All right, moving on to our second bit of movie news today. If you haven't heard, this is an interesting thing that came out. Paramount is in, I guess, kind of like talks and negotiations to try and get Sandra Bullock and Ryan Reynolds to team up once again. Last time we saw them on screen together was in 2009's The Proposal. In this particular article, they are in talks to, come back together again for a new film called Lost City of D. As it is described in the article, it is a Romancing the Stone style romantic comedy action film. I think this sounds awesome. How can you not, first of all, how do you not love Ryan Reynolds? Second of all, how do you not love Sandra Bullock? She was like number one, number two, number three, depending on what year it was. Sandra Bullock has always been in my top three. I'm in love with this person, even though I've never met them. Human beings in the world, right? She's beautiful. She's really cool. She just seems like a lot of fun. I would love to hang out with both of these human beings simultaneously. And to have them kind of go through an action adventure, like romantic comedy, like I said, action adventure style film in the vein of Romancing the Stone. I just think this sounds incredible. Now, it needs to be said that they're currently in talks. Like, there's no contracts that have happened yet. Nobody is 100% on board with this thing. But, as the article says, as we scroll down a little bit, where did I go? Oh, I just had this. Oh, dear. The directors of the film, the Nee brothers, N-E-E. Here, let me highlight this real quick. The filmmakers wowed Paramount executives during their meeting, and they got the job. Let me just point out for a second, this is no easy feat. It is no easy feat to walk into an executive at any studio's office and wow them. Very rarely does this happen, The article continues to say that they are attached to direct the Masters of the Universe movie, whenever that is going to happen. And they've also teamed up on indie films Band of Robbers and The Last Romantic. Wow, Tim, I don't know about you, but this sounds awesome. If it actually happens, if it's going to be a, in the vein, in the style of Romancing the Stone, from famed director, I went down this road and I can't think of his name. Bob Zemeckis, Robert Zemeckis. If they can kind of have, I love Romancing the Stone. The sequel, nowhere near as good. But I love Romancing the Stone. What is something like this jump out to you? What do you like about this? Oh no! Do you have an alternate take? Are you not feeling it?
I mean, and I don't know. Ryan Reynolds is great. He's fun. I feel like Ryan Reynolds would be a great person to be friends with.
Huh.
And I like Ryan Reynolds. And I will watch. I really like him. But man, is he ever no one has. I don't know that anybody has made a career doing average movies, just selling completely 100% on their charisma.
Huh.
Obviously, a lot of people have, but I this. This sounds like I'm a anti Ryan Reynolds, but you're gonna hate my next.
Oh no!
I love Ryan Reynolds. Actually, I think he's great. I just it's just Ryan Reynolds in every movie. I like characters. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And I like the characters Ryan Reynolds plays, but it's also they're just so interchangeable, and that's fine. That's fine. So I'm on. So here's the next take.
You're not a Sandy Bully fan?
That shouldn't do anything for me.
Tim.
Here's what sticks out in my mind when I think of Sandra Bullock is I'm the Blind Side, and I'm that movie. I don't like that movie. I agree with
you. The Blind Side was it was fine. It was okay, and that's what she won her Oscar for. But I argue she was not deserving of an Oscar for that movie. it was an honorary Oscar to say, hey, this is essentially we're celebrating your entire career here. But yeah, I get why she got the Oscar for The Blind Side, but I didn't think it was a great film. And
Yeah, I don't know that like her acting has never blown
hmm,
me away. I guess you know what I mean. Like I don't see like oh Sandra Bullock's in this movie. Like
you just
stop
don't
the
think that she's
presses.
like
Like
a
we got to go
fun,
see it.
interesting, charismatic actor? What about how about The Heat? Did you ever see The Heat?
I did. I was
Oh,
just gonna bring that up. How much I like that movie.
oh, you do like that movie. Okay,
I
okay.
do. I do. Yeah.
Well, good. We're
Yeah.
on the
I do like that movie.
same team then. In that regard.
Yeah.
Okay. Um. Wow. So this is a response from you, Tim, that I was not expecting. I thought you were going to be on my team here. Team Reynolds, Team Bullock. It seems like it would be a really fun, to me, a really fun team up, a really fun mashup movie. Um, Tim, you make some really great points though. Um, in regards to Ryan Reynolds acting, I mean, yeah, he does kind of play the same character, the same note. He's the wiseacre, he's the wisecracker, um, arrogant yet likable. I think would be a decent.
Oh, for sure. He's yeah, and like it sounds weird, but like here, that's how I feel about the movie. Like they're both really likable, but it's almost like they're very bland for me in a
Hmm.
lot of ways. Like you know what to expect. Like, and maybe that's what I like. So that movie sounds fun. But, like it sounds like a great movie that I would watch when I was feeling like stressed out and I needed like a surefire, like relaxing, entertaining. It feels like light entertainment to me, which I'm totally on board
Yeah.
with light entertainment. I mean, I love bad movies. Like historically, I'm in love with some really awful
You and I have
movies.
watched a
Uh,
few of those together.
yeah, and I enjoy them because they are like you know what to expect. They're predictable in a lot of ways, and they just kind of are
Yeah.
what they are. So I'd be interested to see this movie and be have my expectations subverted. I'd love for to go see it and be like, wow, this is a side of Ryan Reynolds and Sandra Bullock I've never seen before. Also, way to mess with like you know the archetypes of that pre-existing that
Hmm.
genre. You
I
know.
agree. I agree.
So I'm excited to see some new directors. You know, that's
Yeah.
always a fun thing to see what they're capable of, and with on a large platform and a big studio film to see what they can do because studio films are, while wonderful and great, you know, definitely at times safe.
No, yeah, yeah, you're
So
exactly right. It's they need to be safe, and I think that's an important
yeah,
thing to delineate. Is say they need to be safe because they need to make money, and they need to make money so they can stay in business, keep the lights on, essentially, so they can make more adventurous movies. Like uh, there are
sure,
other movie pundits that I follow on YouTube, and they say all the time, it is show business, not show friends. I get it.
yeah.
It's the same thing with anything. You have to, in order to create your art, in order to do what you want to do. Sometimes you kind of have to play ball, and playing ball means like, you got to
Oh,
make the safe choice every now and again.
I I totally agree, and I'm not. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm also not a person who's like there should it like every film should be a masterful creation of
Right?
art.
Yeah.
Like no, I we need stuff that we can just
Like the
kind of
Fast and Furious
consume.
franchise, the artistic
Oh
value,
man, we could
the
do a
artistic value.
there's well, there's a lot of artistic value in
I've
those
only seen the
giant
first one.
Mike, we need to spend a weekend together in a cabin with a widescreen television and a lot
I
of
want to. I
DVDs.
want to just binge the entire. I've been waiting. I've been saying this for a few years now. I want to wait for the entire Fast and Furious franchise to end, and then I'll just binge all of it together. But I don't think it's gonna end.
It's not going
I
to
don't think
ever
it's
end.
ending.
No, it's a snake eating
Yeah,
its own tail in the
yeah.
best possible way.
So let's just sit
You
down. We'll
know,
binge them all. We'll get through it, and then we'll
like
anticipate the next one. So anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think of the new Paramount Studios uh, potentially bringing Sandra Bullock and Ryan Reynolds together for another rom-com action adventure in the style of *Romancing the Stone*? Like I said before, this is not a done deal. Contracts have not been signed. They're currently in negotiations to try and figure out um, first of all, trying to figure out if this is a project that they even want to have happen. So I think that in and of itself is kind of an interesting news story to say, you know, it's rare that at this stage of the filmmaking process, or rather of the casting process, that this news would break. You know, usually it's, hey, they're in talks, you know, contracts have already been signed and, you know, agreements have been made, but we're not even at that stage yet. So I think that's fascinating. Are there any questions that pop up in your mind as to why this news is breaking now? Also, how excited are you? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Are you somewhere in between? Jump down to the comment section below and let me know your thoughts. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you like this video, click like. If you really like this video, click subscribe. And if you really, really like this video, click share. Because that is exactly what Batman from the animated series would want you to do. His name is Batman.